Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray and today we continue our entry level to Megabase, where I, in between episodes, just have been trying to solve our power a small amount. So what I've done is pretty much add in 10k of advanced solar, or at least enough to give us 6G more, or 6.4 gigawatts more of power. So this pretty much equates to 100,000 of normal solar panels. So hopefully this will solve our power, but we'll know as soon as we start to activate the base again. So what I'm going to do in the beginning is just get some of the things done we're working on last episode, and pretty much just queue these three, and then we'll look how the base handles all of this production. So as it is right now, what the base is lacking is pretty much sulfur. That is the main reason why things ain't moving along. And that's not because our setup here can't handle it. That's pretty much because our sulfur setup is, I won't just mean it's the best one. So we'll have to figure out how to improve this a small amount. So firstly, I think we fit in two next to each other. Maybe we can even have beacons in between, but yeah, we'll have to see what we can do. So firstly, let's try and beacon things over here. So we can have beacons on the side. We can have one beacon in the middle if we stay with this design, and we can have some on the outside. We could also move them around so we have them in between. So pretty much do a setup a bit more like this. But yeah, I think we should probably try and go with a design like this. Might be better. If not, we can stay with this and get one of these in between. That could also be good. So what if we try this for now? That will help free. Let's do it at the top everywhere, because we can't fit him in anywhere else but that. So let's try this. That'll hit 2. And we can do one up here as well, just to increase the speed a small amount. We'll then as well need to add some, what's called, productivity to all of this. And add some speed to these. Oh, let's not do that. That would be a very, very silly thing to do. So right there. Should increase the speed a bit. We do have room to put one on the side as well. I'm kind of thinking we're gonna do that. But then again, we'll see how this matches up. Maybe, yeah, because we can't have any up here since it'll be too close to each other. Then we'll just do the speed at the bottom. If this can keep up, that is. 30-30. Maybe we'll have to add speed. Let's see. All the way down. So firstly, let's just deconstruct this one. That is pretty much the same setup, but I want to try and go with this one. Then let's try and add in some speed. Down to, let's say, right here. Copy that to the opposite side. It's right here the same. And then we'll kind of have to copy paste this one over here to the side. We will be doing double. Could actually move it out a bit to have a bit of room in between. So maybe one to the side, one to the side, and at the top, what is it? Right head fits in. Let's try to do this. Not quite sure how the power situation will be, but that is something we'll have to look at. In terms of output here, it is quite a bit slow. I'm guessing we are not outputting enough water or that. So let's add speed into these two. The same on the opposite side, and see if that can supply enough water down the line. That should hopefully be the case. Not gonna expand this out. We could make it a bit bigger, but I think that will be fine. And let's see what kind of numbers we can pull in this setup. So things flying in. Things are gonna get constructed very, very soon. And then we'll see if the solver pulls enough things. In terms of power tonight, it's easily holding, even with our science going. But then again, the whole factory is not running yet. So we'll still have to keep an eye on that. Just check one thing. 80. So come on, I want some speed in so I can see how this is working. Seems we are taking the petroleum from up here. We have a bit buffered. We might want to get a buffer of petroleum and water down here. Might just add it in case we have to move it at some point. So what if we do it right here, or maybe something like that. That looks quite nice. You will be petroleum, petroleum, water, water, and let's just do an entire stack of those. The same with the water to right there. These do request from buffer chests, so that is fine. Just make sure we have enough stored up here at the current stage. We'll just need a bit of power in between. Luckily, that is not that hard to do. How does substations look? Oh, look at that. That fits in just like that. Ah, perfect. Even looks nice. So can't complain about that. Why did you not get placed down? That's quite strange, to be honest. Okay, let's just copy this again and take the pipes over here. Because that doesn't make any sense why it would skip those. Shouldn't have anything plugged in wrong. Because it is the exact same setup. So yeah, let's just get it in and see. So that means this will work. These are chugging along. Our speed is going up. We need the cargo size to save a bit of travel distance and more productivity just to get more resources out of everything. Let's do the last thing to this cell to make sure it is working optimally. So pretty much this. That is going in, working with no issues whatsoever. Outputting, is that going too slow? That is most certainly the case. So can we just upgrade all of you? And the same over here, because that's a stupid thing to have backing up. Yeah, because that is backed up. Might have to increase how much we can store. Let's do 2, because we will have quite a bit of robots flying around with them. So let's just do that over here. And now we do double, and that should make sure that these will not back up anymore. And the robots will still have time to get the items from here. That is at least what I am hoping. So that should have solved all of our sulfur issues. That means that we should get more than enough delivered up here. Meaning that our sulfuric acid out should be solved as long as this one can do it fast enough. Can we output it fast enough? That is the next question. At least it is going as fast as humanly possible. And that is... might... oh, that is completely backed up. Seriously, can one of these just fill that much? So we actually need to add in more. Could actually be the case we will have to remove this bottom one and add in. To be honest, we could actually remove this right here, as it should not be needed by the guy. I guess that we have one on each side. water is outputting fast enough. So can we fit in one of these down here? Nope. So that means we'll have to pretty much remove the bottom one here. What if we remove... Should we try with these two for now? And add in this part up here, from up here. So if we do it here, and then flip it and do it over here as well, will that make sure that we can get enough flowing in? That is the big question. Because right now only half of these are running, and that's a bit of waste in terms of getting enough throughput from this. At least that is what I plan on doing. So let's just do this to help it to see. So now this is running. Does that activate all of them? It does. We just need the water down here from up here, and that is... all of a sudden the water can't keep up. But this is about as good as we can get it. So let's keep it like this. Do the opposite over here. Remove that. Oh, that part pretty much. And add in one of these. Or we can actually do it the opposite side. So remove this one instead. So we have it looking the same. Right here. I would look... we can't fit any more than 2 anyway, so let's just keep it like that. So that should output everything we can. Please do that again. And now we're just lacking the iron, but then again, if we are completely backing up on everything, that should be good enough for now. There we are. So this is looking quite good. This cell is going to produce all the sulfuric acid we need, and things are finally start to buffer a bit, making our robots happy. So that is the sulfuric acid cell done for now. That just means a lot of other things will be lacking. But all in all, our base is looking quite smooth. In terms of power tonight, we should have more than enough to keep it up. Our resources is also building up as is, so water barrels, among other things, is just what's holding us up right now. And saying that this can't keep up might be an issue. No, barrels are getting here fast enough. We just can't output it fast enough. So let's do... what if we add you in over here and do the same setup? Because if I do, see what, you can take this and flip it. Nope, there and here and here. Then with these on the side, to make it run a bit faster, and these two can go as well, right here. That should give us twice as much water throughput. So yeah, hopefully that will help. This little thing over here is not really doing that much, and because they're flowing through a pipe, it is not optimal at all. So hopefully that will supply the water we need, at least just to get to a point where we can have things running. It could also be time to expand out more things. If we look at our science, it is consuming this much. That should mean that if you look at a 10-minute average, we are averaging about 730 per minute, and that should be the max power of this. So we'll probably have to enter this 730 as the science minutes it can consume. Another rocket launch, looking good. So if we look at a 10 minute, yeah. 730, a bit below, but that is at least this one's better output. So let's look at the next part, which is pretty much just starting to expand from the end. Thinking about just adding in more and more of this, but I kind of know what it's gonna do to our production. So to be honest, for now, let's just expand out our solar. I don't want to run out of power, so that is actually a good way to solve that. We could also start to look at the next tier of solar panels. Would not be a bad idea, since now we've tried this tier. And going to the next one might actually make it a bit easier in the future to continue expanding out. Luckily, a ton of oil up here, not much else. Some copper here and iron. But yeah, we will have to look at that. One thing we also have to do soon is probably dismantle our entire starter base. There's not really any reason for us to have it anymore, so I think it's about time we tear it down so we can start to expand up this way in our factory, since we will need a lot more room going forward. What I'm thinking of doing could be just expanding up these lines, each one. Oh, we could do one column for each of them. Would that be maybe keeping this like this, but otherwise doing one column for each, just expanding upwards what we need, because we have most of these spaced out, at least all of these. That one, except the blues, will have to move maybe one to the left and just go here across the water. And then we have most things split up quite nicely. Could also move them here and move the stone somewhere else. Though I don't think we need that much stone compared to the other parts. So I think that could be cool, just going completely up here, just matching out what the inputs are. Could be quite a cool way to do it. Yeah, I think that could be a somewhat nice build when we have this cell structure anyway. So that's something I'll think about in the future, how we will organize this entire thing. But yeah, that could be a way to do it. So now that we have what's called the solar panels over here running, should we go for the next one? It will cost us quite a bit in terms of resources, and it's not that important to minimize how many we place down. It might actually look cool just expanding out with the tier 2 ones, since they are 10 times as strong, 100 times as strong, and we won't really expand out that much anymore. So yeah, let's wait a bit with it until our base is looking good. Empty barrels are lacking. All the things, why not that? Luckily, oh, we can actually get productivity. Yeah, I'll take somewhere else. Could also give it speed to make it run a bit faster, but yeah, barrels should catch up when in that long. But right now they are just lacking a bit. It's probably because of all the water we are filling up at the moment. So our 5K storage just got completely emptied out. So we will skip expanding that. But look at all the robots traveling around the world grabbing resources. That is mighty fine. Could try and expand out this way. Just doing it by foot, so don't have to wait for the robots to place things down. And from there we can expand out a lot quicker. Was that robot speed we just got done? Looks like they're moving faster. Might tax our system more, but yeah. not the end of the world. So let's try and get some of this in. Not really gonna worry too much about... oh, our FPS just went to... I was about to say shite when we were running around, and that was pretty much what happened. So let's just expand out a bit. I want to see what we have over here. Maybe we'll find some good resources we can use a bit later in our base. And doing this, we'll also have a way to expand things. Let's go straight down. It will be a lot easier to manage than if we keep it somewhat organized. How's that? Oh, we have a nice copper patch here. So what if we go right from right here? I think that will be good. Always like to go on a bit of an exploration trip. And luckily with robots, that's not something that is that hard to do. Here we are, go, 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 and let's get a lot of exploration done over here by the radars in the coming episodes. So we can see what we have to work with. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying how this base is turning out right now. Really glad that I added, well, that's a lot of resources at a clump. But also saying, really glad that I added those two mods. They don't feel overpowered. The robot's still moving the same speed. They can carry a bit more, but that is about it. And yeah, I don't have to spend days upon days placing down solar panels. So all in all, it's still the same vanilla experience, but just with a bit of less work for me. Let's see here. Let's do the last one over here, and then we'll just kinda leave it at that, since that's at the water edge. So let's take out a trusty car. Let's see if we can go back without hitting anything. And then we'll just let the robots do this. They will probably get a bit annoyed that they have to travel so far without, or straight lines without roboports. But yeah, that is just the way it is for now. And a good way for us to expand out and see what's going on. How big is that patch? Ooh, 8.1. When we start to tap it, we'll probably have, hopefully, a few hundred productivity. So turn into like, what is that going to be? 24 million instead of 8 million, which is going to be quite nice. So let's run from here and keep the rest of this just right here. Let's remove these. They are completely empty and they can add in what's called more for our system and save us a bit of power. In terms of power, we are more than good. We have more than 1 terajoule, I think it's called, half a gigajoules of power stored. So yeah, our base should be able to run non-stop. That is at least what I am counting on. Do we need to add... Yeah, we probably need to expand this robotic highway to accommodate all of the new robots we have to put in, or all the new transportation we have along this line. So let's just do a quick expansion. It's easier to map it up after the first one, it seems like right here. And you can get a few up here as well. So that should be good. Anywhere else, robots are buffering. That's a small amount. What about down here? That has gotten a bit of what's called roboports. Over here, we are still good. Let's get one up this way as well. We might as well, since I think that will be quite necessary. So let's do this. Just expanding up this way. Spending a lot of roboports. But we need our infrastructure to be rock solid for this base to work at 4K. Here we are. Continue up, giving you a ton of places to charge, and soon connecting up to our main network. There we are. So robots are slowly moving out this way, all the way over to here. So we'll just leave them to do their thing. Did we put in robot ports up here? We did. And if we look at our robot ports, we did increase the storage, so we had almost, was it 1500? And we're gonna empty out quite a bit of those right now. But yeah, not anything rather critical at this current time. Still very happy with this setup, doing exactly what we want. So what is holding us back at the moment? Electric engines. Are they used for anything important? This is all working well. That's not using all of it yet. These are running. No, it is only running like half of it, so that's good as well. Should we expand out this one to be completely filled? Oh yeah, we need the flying robot frames. That might actually be something we'll have to look at. For now, let's just expand this one upwards. So we have it filled into the, what is 2.4K it can produce when it is filled up like this. One, two, three, 4, 2.4K. Just gonna shift it up a small amount, so it'd be in the right spot in this one. I like for it to look somewhat nice. So what it's gonna be, is this somewhat the middle? 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. So here or something like that. That lines up there, this lines up. Let's try that for the middle. We'll just get that up and running again in a little bit. Over here things are working fine. Everything's being consumed. Only a small backup because of a small lack of the other two. But all in all, this is working so well. Now we just need this one for these. Batteries, electric engines. So that is kind of the next thing we'll have to look at in terms of getting things running. How about this? These are all working as well, it seems, but probably not fast enough. So let's go up here and have a quick look. This one could be working faster with electric engines. Electric engines could be working faster if we just did this setup a bit better. And since we have these being made down here, could we... No, we'll keep it at this, but turn it in such a way that we can buffer it. So doing a setup like this. Can we just steal this one and turn it into electric engine things? I think we can. Might just move it down here instead, or over here. Maybe actually just to right here. So let's try that. Let's try and steal this. Please come with me. Please remove all the blue ones and change. That's fine, we can always change that afterwards. So let's try this for our blueprint and place you in over here next to our cells. Because then we just have to change to lubricants. Oh, yeah. Have to move it over like that instead. We'll just copy this one. Oh, wait, let's do something else. I just canceled this one over here, because in theory we can just make it here instead. That would be a lot easier to do. So if we do, let's see here. Where is our beacons? You'll start. Here will be the first one. That means you'll have, let's see, you for firstly. We'll go over here. No, you won't. We'll take this one first. Place it something like this. So right here. Then we'll have you at the top. There we go. And then we'll have one more of you on the opposite side. I want it kind of to go into the middle, so I think if I take you and flip you like that, that will give the look I want. Speed-wise, 10 seconds. 10 seconds, so hopefully this will expand out correctly. I think it will. We'll just have to add in... Oh, we can even give it productivity. Can we do it here as well? Oh, brilliant. That will save us a ton of resources. That means we'll have a beacon right here as well. Might move it up one, only if we need to buffer our lubricant. Oh, let's change you into this instead. Let's give you productivity. Modules are flying in. You'll have to be this one. Give you some speed. Is it needed? No, we can take the speed out. It'll probably never be needed. And then we have this setup running. So let's try and do you all the way down. The same over here. Take these and see how many we can fit in. 4. And we can pretty much stop the pipes right there. Will this not work if I am correct? Of course, we'll have to take you down a few more times. Don't know if we need 2 for it to run optimally. I think we might. So let's do something like that. That means we can expand this over quite a few times and get even more electric engines up and running. Please dismantle. Oh, wait. We have our belts here. Yeah, we'll have to figure out something with this. That is something I don't want to ruin. Could probably just move it over here for now. This part. That is a bit away from that. So let's just put that. Just put it here for now. That will make sure it still works. And then we'll see if this is not fast enough, if we'll have to expand. So far I can't see it is not really moving that fast. We probably have to upgrade this soon as well. But firstly, let's get this up and running. That means we can dismantle that part. And then we can expand you over. Can you keep up with one? Or should we just add in a few more? They're not that expensive. Don't really mind buffering a bit. So what if we do this for now? Let's just take one extra at the top. So do 1, 2, 3. Oh, can I see where it touches right here? I think. Oh, no. Can pretty much not fit in. So we can actually do this and move it over to somewhere in the middle. Being right here. Is this the middle? Can we go up 1, go down 1? Let's do it like this so we actually have a bit of leeway up here if we want to put in some buffers for different things. But this should fix all of our electric engines. Let's just put it right in the middle instead. Electric engines. There we are. With direct insertion, which is quite nice. So before we end this episode, let's just watch this get built and set up. And then in the next one, we'll kind of have to look at whatever is missing for this to run optimally. That's a lot of water I've buffered here. That might have been a bit overkill. But yeah, it's all part of the fun and games. So let's see, that is fine. We'll dismantle all of you. Probably in the next episode. Could be an idea to dismantle all of this and make this a nice clean robotic area. Pretty much also expanding up to this, clearing out. Yeah, pretty much all this is empty anyway. Only so few things left. Whoa. Robots are going crazy, but that's fine. So this can easily keep up. That is at least what I am seeing. Producing all the electric energy we need. This might need one more up here, just to increase the speed a bit more. There we are, since these are getting a bit more speed than the top ones. Down here, this one is a bit less than that one, but it is close enough, and yeah, I don't mind that one bit. Power-wise, no issues whatsoever with our research going full ham, as we have it right now, and our production things running. Oh, there was more lamps. You guys have been asking for that, or asked a lot in the beginning of this series for lamps, and now we have, let's see, 76k. How much power did it consume? About 380 megawatts, or 387 megawatts. That's quite a bit of power to just light up the world. Yeah, but quite pleased with this. Can we see how much they're producing? That is at about, what do I say, about 550, 570, about 570 as the max speed. So let's just mark that on the map, 570 per minute. So that is quite good. I am very much enjoying our little setup here, and it's about time we fixed it. So more lamps, great. So I'll end the episode here on a high note, with everything just working perfectly, things being built, solar farms done, and yeah, give me a like and subscribe if you think 76k is a lot of lamps. It'll continue to increase. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been Dgray, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.